Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Greedfall, where we have just talked to our character's mother. And now we have to go meet our bodyguard slash arms instructor. Before finding out where the heck our cousin is.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
We are going to add you to the team. Relationship level is suspicious. According to the equipped weapon, friendship bonus is craftsmanship. I did not notice the friendship bonus yet. Confirm the team and quit.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
Responded in the
And
affirmative.
what if I said yes?
Slow down, fair lady. You're far too noble to be making such offhand propositions to a boorish soldier like me. Anything else?
Okay.
I must leave you.
That's by far the less interesting conversation. The other one starts getting into the other way starts getting into conversations about friendship and such. We do have to go speak to some... Is that where we want to go? I think we want to go down... I'm getting the feeling we're going to be in the city longer than it feels like we will be. I wonder if we're going to end up being back here.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
And you're running away.
The Malachor is slowly killing our city. More and more businesses are closing.
I will not be surprised to learn that the Malachor is some sort of weapon. It could just be Black Plague. Okay, we have to go talk to some diplomats. Notify the bridge. We can open the local map and see that one of ours is here and one of ours is here. Our cousin is supposed to, if you remember, was supposed to talk to them saying that we are leaving for this island that people keep talking about. But since our cousin's missing, we're going to do his work for him. Okay, not this one. Is it through here? Oh. Okay, very Black Plague. Though that was well before the Renaissance. I suppose plagues did still occur in cases. Malachor is an interesting name. There's Kurt. I guess you're part of the Bridge Alliance. That's why the different colors.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Thrythlind. My cousin Constantine is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
I can ask about his...
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Saad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the Bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
Okay.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Thrythlind for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before. Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Theleme?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Thrythlind.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Theleme has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are, in fact, quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
I can't help but think that we're basically doing Settlers, the role-playing game.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye,
Settlers of Catan.
Lady de Sade.
Yeah, it's like mysterious island where people are going to settle. It's Catan, the role-playing game.
Hello, milady.
You're a sick passerby. You've got signs of the disease.
I've seen so many horrors. I so wish that I could get far away from here. My apologies, but I do not have the strength to chat today.
He's probably in here to see the alchemist. Okay. We have another ambassador to go to for this video. Talk to her.
Have a nice day, madam. The price of fabric is very attractive. This should help us in our trades with Al-Sad. I must hurry. I am due home. The price of fabric is very attractive. This should help us in our trades
You're a
with
trader
Al-Sad.
of some kind.
Good day, Excellency.
Well, you just sat
Lady de
down.
Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Thrythlind on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place.
I wonder why.
We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You are hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
We're going to ask about his things. I have to note, I like the way the faces work so far in this thing, but his mouth and the way his teeth show up is really disturbing.
Could you tell me anything about Theleme?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias,
Not so bad from
our
a distance.
founder and greatest prophet. And give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Theleme are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
We are totally not about to have a holy civil war go on within our nation.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Theleme, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands. The congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints. That heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
Oh. Thrythlind.
How is Theleme faring on Thrythlind?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus, on the western coast of the island. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our prophet?
Oh,
Our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without new islanders joining our sacred faith. Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. There is talk of a demonic cult, disgusting creatures. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
And if not, we will make sure that the ones that join our ranks are the entire native population. I'm sorry, I don't trust him very much.
How grows the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Thrythlind?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
Okay. So that's
I
the
must
two...
be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
I gotta say, I don't like either group's attitude towards the natives. But even the bit where the ambassador for the Bridge Alliance was saying there is a person claiming to be an alchemist, and he was so incensed because he was an alchemist and the alchemy was the pride of his nation, and so a fake really offended him. I get the same way with religious types in games and more in real life, where the conversion mentality just feels like a perversion of what it's for, and becomes its own goal and forgets everything beneficial about the faith, whichever faith it might be. And so I do not trust Theleme. I don't. But I imagine we'll find good sides and bad sides in both. And at the moment, it is time to move on. We've got, I think we're going to go to the vendor here first, and then here's the charlatan. But that is for another video. So I'll see you then. Talk to you then. And I'm going to go turn off Facebook now.